Thomas Jefferson said, "We do not have government by the majority. We have government by the majority who participate." I'm Ann Quirk, Town Clerk for the Town of Barnstable, and your elections official. Voting in the upcoming elections will be safe, secure, and convenient for all of our registered voters. You can cast your ballot at the Barnstable Adult Community Center during in-person early voting. You can vote by mail or visit your precinct polling station on Election Day. We will help you understand each option. Please remember, your vote is your voice. How many ways do you have to vote in these elections? Let's start with in-person early voting. You can come to the Barnstable Adult Community Center and vote in person. We're taking all precautions necessary to protect not only the voters, but also the elections workers that will be there that day. So when you come in, we'll only allow 6 people at a time to vote. We will have hand sanitizers, we'll have masks, and we'll have gloves available. Once you vote, you will then have to fill out the envelope and sign it and insert your ballot into that envelope in order for us to be able to count your ballot on Election Day. Those ballots will be put into ballot boxes of sorts that we will have available by precinct. There'll be a police officer standing next to them to make sure everything is secure and safe. And on your way out, you'll drop off your pen that we've handed you that was sanitized, so we may sanitize that again and replace it. We will sanitize the booths after you've voted, and that's about the best I can tell you for how we're trying to sanitize and keep everything safe for everyone. The traditional option of voting at your precinct is still something you can do. In order to maintain the safety of all the people involved, again, there will only be 6 people allowed at a time. The booths will be 6 feet apart. You will check in, you'll receive your ballot and a pen, a sanitized pen, for you to go and vote. Once you've voted your ballot and you go to checkout and you drop off that pen so we can sanitize it for the next folks, you put your ballot into the ballot machine just like you always have, and we will have a bottle of sanitizer for you to be able to use before you leave. The reason we have it at the end after you voted is if you use sanitizer and your hands are still wet and you touch that ballot, it's going to jam the machine and it won't go through. So we're trying to be safe, but making sure that everything counts the way it should. In the case of you have more than one precinct in your location, they'll be spread apart more than they have been normally so that we can maintain 6 feet apart distance. Please wear your mask. I want my election workers to feel safe as well. So please do wear your masks when you come in. We will have gloves available if you decide you want to wear gloves. It's not a problem. let's talk about mail-in voting. Mail-in voting has changed this year. It is no excuse mail-in voting for a ballot. Anyone can request one, and we will send it out. The process takes us a little time, but we have sent them all out, and once you receive it, you have to treat it as if you were an absentee ballot. You have to still sign the outside of the envelope. After you voted, seal your ballot in that inside envelope. You can then put the ballot into the outside envelope, which will mail it back here to us through your post office. But understand that you don't have to put postage on it this year. That's paid for by the state. If you choose not to do that, we have a drop box right here at Town Hall on the top step in front of the front doors of Town Hall that you can go to. Just drop your ballot in there, and we will take it and process it here. On election day, we do process all of those ballots. But if you're concerned about the lateness and you don't want to come to Town Hall, if you come to see us at early voting at the Barnstable Adult Community Center, I can collect those ballots and bring them back to the office, because each one of them has to be date and time stamped on that outside envelope before I can open it. There are 3 ways you can return your ballot. You can do it right here at Town Hall by dropping it in my drop box, which is locked on the top step of Town Hall on the green side. You can bring it with you to early voting at the Barnstable Adult Community Center, or you can pop it in the mail. The other thing you have to keep in mind is I have to have those ballots here at Town Hall before 8 p.m. on election day in order for your ballot to be counted. So that reason why I date and timestamp everything is to prove that I have received your ballot prior to 8 o'clock on election day. Once you've cast your ballot, you've put it in your envelope and signed it, very, very important, and I receive it, whether it's at the Barnstable Adult Community Center or in my drop box or through the post office. It is safe and secure because it's put into the vault here at Town Hall. The priority of the town of Barnstable is keeping our citizens and our poll workers safe. And I'm going to close with Abraham Lincoln's quote, "Elections belong to the people. Your vote is your voice."